Hello everyone, this is Pritika Patel working as an assistant professor in Computer Engineering Department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari. Today in this session we are going to discuss about circular queue, which is the topic of subject data structure of second year third semester. Now coming to the point, circular queue. A more suitable method of representing simple queue which prevent an excessive use of memory is to arrange the element q1, q2 up to qn in a circular fashion with q1 following qn. This is called circular queue. Means in simple queue data structure, rebuffering problem occurs for each DQ operation. To solve this problem by joining the front and rear ends of queue to make the queue as a circular queue. In circular queue, the last node is connected back to the first node to make a circle. Circular queue is a linear data structure and it follows FIFO principles. It is also called as a ring buffer. Now see here, queue is given and elements are located in this queue, that q1, q2 up to qn. Here, to make queue as a circular, qn is again following q1. So it will prevent us from excessive use of memory. This is another way to represent circular queue. Here front is at 0 position, so this is the first element of circular queue, and our rear is pointed over here. That means we can insert element from rear and it will pointed at location number 4. Now this is the algorithm to insert element into circular queue. This procedure insert y at rear end of the circular queue. Queue is represented by a vector queue that contain n elements. F is pointer to the front element of a queue and R is pointer to the rear element of queue. Now first step is reset rear pointer. If R is equal to n, then set rear is equal to 1. See here, R is at the end of queue, that is R is equal to n. Then we have to set our rear as 1, right? So this is the condition. If R is equal to n, then set R is equal to 1. Else R is equal to R plus 1. Means see, here our R is pointed over here. Now if you want to insert any element, then rear is incremented by 1. That means R plus 1. So R is pointed over here and we can insert any element at this location. Then second step is overflow. If F is equal to R, then write overflow and return. See, here R is equal to located at this position, that is F is R is equal to n. Then if we want to insert any element in Q, then we have to set R at the location 1, that is R is equal to 1, because if R is equal to n position, then we have to set our rear as a 1 in circular queue. Now here F is equal to R. Now our R is pointed at first position, so F is equal to R is occur. Then here already 23 is there. We can't delete, we have element 23 at this position. So now here no space are there to insert any other element. So F is equal to R, then overflow is occur. Step number 3, insert element. We have to insert element y at the location of q of r. That means when our rear is pointed at that location, we have to insert element y. Now next step is front pointer properly set? If f is equal to 0, then we have to set f is equal to 1. Initially our f is equal to 0, and if we insert any element, then our front is set 1 and return. So this is the algorithm to insert any element in circular queue. Now next is an algorithm to delete any element from circular queue. This function delete and returns an elements from front end of the circular queue. Q is represented by a vector q that contain an elements. F is pointer to the front element of a queue, and R is pointer to the rear element of an queue. Now first step is underflow. If f is equal to 0, then write underflow and return 0, because we know that when f is equal to 0, at that time there is no element into the queue, so we have to write underflow and return 0. Here 0 denotes that there is no element in queue and our queue is empty. Now second step is delete element. We have to delete element y when our front f is pointed. So q of f is the location from where we have to delete element y. Now step number 3, q empty. If f is equal to r, then f and r both set to 0 and return y. See, here front and rear both are pointed over here, and here element 6 are there. So if f is equal to r, is condition, this condition is here. So if we delete this element 6 from here, then our front and rear both pointed at 0. So f is equal to 0 and r become 0. So this condition is satisfied and it will return y. So these steps return element 6 us from this queue. Now increment front pointer. If f is equal to n, then f set to 1. See, here f is equal to n, f located at this position where q size is 4. So f is equal to n, this condition is over here. Then we have to set our f again 1, else f is incremented by f plus 1. See, here f is pointed at this location. Now if we want to delete any element from circular queue, then we have to increment our f by plus 1. So if we want to delete the element 6, then front is incremented by 1, that is f plus 1, and front is pointed over here, and element 6 is deleted, right? And it will return us 6. So return y, that means return 6. So this is the algorithm to delete element from circular queue. Now here example of circular queue insert and delete. Perform following operations on circular queue with size 4 and draw queue after each operations. First operation is insert A, then insert B, insert C, delete A, delete B, insert D, and insert E. Now initially queue is empty, so this is the queue which is empty. So our front and rear both are located at 0. Then insert A. So our front and rear both set to 1 and element A is inserted into Q. Then insert B. So now our rear is incremented by 1 and it pointed at position number 2 or location 2, and at that location element B is inserted. So our front is equal to 1 and rear is equal to 2. Now insert C. So our rear is again incremented by 1 and at that location element C is inserted into Q. So our R is becomes 3 and F is equal to 1. Now delete A. So we can delete element from front. So increment our front by plus 1. So it pointed at location 2 and element A is deleted from first position, right? So R is become 3 and F is equal to 2. Now delete B. Again we have to delete, so we have to focus on front. Now our front is at B. So front is incremented by plus 1. So it point at C and B is deleted from this Q. Now our front and rear, that is F and R both become 3. Now insert D. Again if we want to insert the element, then we can insert element at rear. So our rear is incremented by 1 and insert element D when our rear pointed. So now R is equal to 4 and F is equal to 3. Now again insert E. So in circular Q, when R is equal to N, then we have to set our rear at 1, right? And at that position we have to insert element E, right? Which is the problem of simple Q. In simple Q, we can't insert element E at that position because we can't reset our rear from last position to one position. But in circular Q, we can reset our rear from N to 1 and we can insert element in Q. So now our R is equal to 1 and F is equal to 3. So this is the example of circular Q insert and delete. Thank you.